WHNT News 19 at 6. Taking action, getting results.
The white sand beaches of the Gulf Coast are coming face to face with a disaster on the bottom of the sea as oil keeps washing ashore. Limestone County Sheriff deputies bust up what they're calling a bingo parlor and arrest the owner. And the main suspect in the Natalie Holloway case is back in Peru to be questioned in a murder investigation. WHNT News 19 at 6 starts right now. Happening now in the Gulf of Mexico, the oil leak in the Gulf continues to spill out thousands of gallons of oil a day. This is a live look at the oil spill provided by BP. It's now day 47, and still the oil giant has yet to come up with a way to stop the oil leak. But there is some progress in the Gulf. A cap placed over that leaking well is now capturing part of the oil. Still, the immediate concern is about the massive amount of crude already in the water and washing ashore. On Louisiana's Grand Isle, an oil-soaked pelican struggles in the thick crude. Oil is still gushing out of control in the Gulf, but a containment cap placed over the source of that enormous leak is now capturing a quarter to half of the flowing crude. Coast Guard Admiral Thad Allen says it's just not an easy task to harness the intense pressure.
In their first full 24-hour cycle yesterday, as they're bringing the production level up, they were able to bring up and produce 6,000 barrels.
President Obama taped his weekly radio address Friday in Grand Isle, Louisiana, where he met with local business leaders. He promised to hold BP fully accountable.
We will make sure they pay every single dime owed to the people along the Gulf Coast.
The president also drove home the magnitude of the government response. 17,000 National Guard troops have been mobilized to the oil-affected areas, and more than 20,000 people are working around the clock to protect the waters and coastlines. The deployment of resources here in the Gulf is now the largest response to an environmental disaster in U.S. history, and across the Gulf states, the oil keeps coming. In Pensacola, Florida, a tar-tainted bird lay dead in the sand as workers clean tar balls off the beach. Coastal cities generate more than 60% of the state's tourism. Governor Charlie Crist flew with one of the Sunshine State's favorite sons, Jimmy Buffett, who is 2 weeks away from opening a beach hotel.
We're about to open that hotel in the middle of the worst oil spill in economic history, but I'm still opening up come hell or high water.
Now the challenge across the Gulf Coast to keep tourism and business alive and the oil away. The fight to keep the Alabama coastline oil-free continues. The National Incident Commander, Admiral Thad Allen, gave an update on the response efforts this morning. Allen says that the worst-case scenario has the oil spill continuing into early August. Here is what he had to say about decisions that have been made since the oil spill began.
We're going to make good decisions. Sometimes there may be some errors there, but I'm here today to make sure I know what Alabama wants, what we need to provide Alabama, and make that commitment.
Allen also spoke of the employment opportunities as they hope to have 4,000 unemployed people trained and ready to deploy when needed. To follow the latest on the oil spill and watch the live underwater camera, head over to WHNT.com. The DeKalb County Sheriff's Office and the FBI are investigating a bank robbery that happened this morning. DeKalb County Sheriff Jimmy Harris tells us that a man walked into the Heritage First Bank in Crossville this morning and demanded money. The bank is at the intersection of Alabama Highways 227 and 68. The sheriff believes that a second man waited outside as a lookout, and both men left in a white 1990s model Nissan car. The car may have a 50 county tag on it. 50 is the county code for Marshall County. No one was hurt. If you have any information, please call the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office. New at 6, a Marshall County deputy was involved in a wreck this afternoon in which one man had to be flown to Huntsville Hospital. The wreck happened around 2 this afternoon on Alabama Highway 69 coming up the mountain between Gunnersville and Arab. We understand that a pickup truck collided with a Marshall County Sheriff patrol car. The deputy was not seriously hurt, but we're told the truck flipped several times and one man inside was taken to Marshall Medical Center North, where he was then flown to Huntsville. No word on his current condition. Huntsville police are investigating a robbery tonight. It happened at the Kangaroo gas station in the 5000 block on Memorial Parkway last night. According to police, the clerk was walking to her car with the nightly deposit when a man approached her and hit her in the head. He took the deposit and ran away from the gas station. Police have no suspects at this time. Huntsville police are also investigating a burglary that happened at City Lumber. City Lumber is located at 3312 Bob Wallace Avenue. According to HPD, officers arrived around 8:20 last night to a burglary call. The owner told them that someone forced their way in and stole property inside the building. Investigators have no suspects. Several months of complaints and tips led the Limestone County Sheriff's Department to a makeshift bingo parlor last night. The raid happened around 10 o'clock on Hatfield Lake Road off of Highway 31 in Athens. Investigators say a building adjoining the house had been converted into a mini casino. When police arrived, they found 8 people gambling in the establishment with regular business hours clearly posted. 10 machines were seized and deputies confiscated a little more than $1,100. The people gambling say it was all just for fun, but Limestone County Sheriff Mike Blakely disagrees.
It's illegal here in the state of Alabama, and people either need to go to Mississippi or one of our surrounding states or elect some politicians that allow the people to vote to make it legal. So it's we get complaints on it. We have no other choice but to react to it. People that operate these things pay no taxes, and it's against the law.
The gamblers in the hall were released without charges, but 48-year-old Herschel Staggs of Athens, who the sheriff says ran the hall, was arrested on misdemeanor charges of promoting gambling. Well, it's Saturday, and that means most people are off today. Not me. Many of you have plans tonight, so you need to know what the weather will be like. Meteorologist Alan Raymond joins us out in the WHNT News 19 Weather Garden. And Alan, a little warm out there today.
Yeah, it's definitely been warm today. We topped out at 90 degrees, still in the upper 80s. Have a couple of showers out there to talk about as well. Moving through areas of Limestone and Lawrence County. A little stronger one down there just to the south and east of Moulton. Maybe even a couple of lightning strikes with it. Nothing severe at this time. But again, temperatures are going to be warm the next few days, and better rain chances coming in for tomorrow. We'll have a look at that coming up here in just a little bit. Carson?
All right, thanks, Alan. Well, Dutchman Jorn Vandersloot is under arrest and in custody for the murder of a young woman in Lima, Peru. Chilean police turned over Vandersloot to Peruvian authorities at the country's border. Investigators say he has declared himself innocent of Sunday's murder of